Sirius XM.
Hey, hey, hey!
And now, the Opie and Anthony Show continues. This is After O&A Live. Here's your host, Sam Roberts.
Oh, yes. Yes. It's After Opie and Anthony Live, and you're on the show now, Opie. But you have to turn your mic on. I have control over this one. But I also have to sit in the infected seat.
What dumb shit stirring are you going to start today? Why would you assume that I wanted that clip of me looking like an asshole?
Well, I didn't assume
Played
that...
a million times.
I only played it twice. I didn't assume that you necessarily wanted it, but...
Even Kenny goes to me on the way in. Can you hear me? Because I don't feel like moving forward.
I can hear you loud enough.
Kenny on the way in today goes, "Did you apologize to Erock?" So when Kenny asked me that, then I know I went too far.
Did you apologize to him?
Sort of.
What happened? What was the apology?
You said good morning.
Eric, did you get an apology?
It was sort of, right, E?
I got good morning.
That's not an apology.
I did say good morning.
Yeah, I mean, that's polite, but that's not an apology by any stretch.
Erock, I was very annoyed yesterday. It was justified to a point, but I think I took it too far. That's a good apology right there.
All right, that's
Is that
honest.
a good apology?
That's more of an explanation.
Well, okay.
Oh, you need the sorry part, right?
Well, are you sorry that you did that?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Why?
What?
Why are you sorry you did that?
Because maybe I overreacted as far as the situation goes.
You did?
Maybe a little. Just a little.
How much?
What?
How much did you overreact? Like, how much are you not sorry for?
90%.
Okay.
That's good, right, E?
So he wishes, Erock, would you accept that apology? He apologizes, and he wishes that he had done that 10% less.
See, this doesn't help when he's trying to give off that appearance that he's a nice guy. When he says 90% of that.
But now I'm just making radio, like I told Sal, because now Sal's worried that I'm mad at him. I go in the hallway. He goes, I would have given Sam that audio. I go, Sal, I'm just making radio. Who gives a fuck?
Tell Sal. You know what, Sal?
He's new.
That's why the haters don't bother me, because they think they know so much by listening to the show. They don't fucking know.
No. They know about as much as Sal.
A lot of the shit is for fucking radio, making radio.
And either way, you just do things because they're funny. Even if you just do things, you just say things.
And some of the stuff is real, but
yesterday with you and Erock, you were being real. You were not being.
Well, I think Erock has.
It was uncomfortable in here yesterday.
Oh, I never feel the uncomfortable part.
I feel it. Not to say I don't enjoy it, but I feel it.
You enjoy it.
Very much so, actually.
Okay. You enjoy it.
Very much so. So 10% you take back?
I mean, you want a real answer?
Yeah. How much?
Travis is begging me not to do this.
How much?
I probably 50%.
Whoa!
I just let Travis down. No, I just let Travis down.
Because you're not being honest. You want to take back like 30%.
30. It was a little harsh.
So you say
it was
30.
a little harsh.
50% is just you trying to sound like a nice guy.
Well, look, honestly, I mean,
You were annoyed, rightfully so.
honestly, I still like doing radio, and even though people fucking try to figure that shit out too, I can absolutely do radio with other people, but it's very stressful when I don't know if Ant's going to be here or not, and then it's kind of thrown together last minute. But that's the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
Happens to all of us. All of a sudden, I'll be sick and call in last minute, so it's not like
Sure.
I'm pointing fingers. So it gets a little intense in here.
Now, do you think that there are easily 100 people that could replace Erock? Because he just does basic shit.
Oh, you heard all that part?
You
heard that part?
We analyzed it.
Did I say 100?
You said I could easily get 100 people in here to replace you. Easily. And then you said...
That's probably right.
You said he does basic shit, is what your quote was.
Oh, did I really say all that? Fuck. That was an out-of-body experience.
And I tried to get Erock. I said, Erock, are you...
Erock, I'm sorry. Fuck it.
I said, I tried to get him...
See, that doesn't help when you add fuck it at the end of it.
Yeah, and then I gotta go. Like, all right.
Well, it's my kid's birthday. We got shit to do.
Do you think... How replaceable is Erock? Would you consider... Because Erock doesn't consider himself irreplaceable.
We're all replaceable. Every single one of us.
who is?
I can't wait to franchise my name out of this equation.
But how replaceable is Erock?
Very.
Very replaceable. Okay.
The old Erock, not so much.
This Erock very replaceable.
Yeah, but he'll get it back together.
No, I don't. I doubt it actually. Do
No,
you
he'll
think
get it
so?
back together.
When?
He just needed a nice kick in the ass. He got it yesterday.
Erock, do you think yesterday?
That wasn't a kick in the ass.
Have you learned
That was
from
a
it?
shovel to the skull.
Oh.
See, he's smiling now. Everything's good.
Yeah,
See?
but is that something you've learned from and you're going to come out of it differently, or are you just going to be like, oh, Opie was in one of his moods again?
No, but I haven't acted out like that in a while.
That's what I'm
Sam.
saying. Listen,
He was
that's
here
the
at
difference.
5:35 today.
And I appreciated that. Thank
he's supposed
you.
to be here at 5:30.
No.
I'll take 5:35.
Sorry, I was waiting for an elevator.
I'll take
Apologize.
5:35.
Freight
What time do
elevator?
you think he'll be here tomorrow?
That's the headline, Sam. I don't act out like that as much.
Well, that's why I think that he shouldn't just say Opie was in one of his moods and actually take it as a learning experience.
Are you going to bring cake tomorrow?
Yeah,
all
I'll bring.
Roland cares about is birthday cake.
You want me to bring some extra?
Some samples.
All right, I'll do that. I'll do that.
He just says that. Yeah, some samples.
It was justified. I was mad.
Yep.
But not justified. I overreacted.
Like when you said, go the fuck home, I don't need you.
Yeah, that might have been a little harsh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our favorite
What'd you
part-
do all day yesterday? Anything fun?
Napped.
Erock.
Oh, I didn't know who he was talking
I gave
about.
you a break yesterday, technically, right?
No, I worked.
I heard
in
you
the
had your
back.
feet up all nice in the office,
you
just
did.
chilling.
Yeah, no.
Are you having the interns bring him Coke floats?
I was.
It's 9 o'clock in the morning. You don't need a Coke float.
I was doing archiving and rubbing my head and taking many, many aspirin.
Did it stress you out?
I didn't.
Oh
give you-
yeah,
It did?
And
yeah.
I gave you a headache.
Headache. I was
cursed.
biting my cheek. It was
Oh
not.
fuck! Sorry.
mumbling.
He did say he was biting his cheek, but Troy yesterday said that Erock only bites his cheek for attention.
Yeah, because I went around and told everybody that.
You remember when he said that, right,
And he
Roland?
goes, oh, he was attention. Don't shut up.
Anything I do is for attention.
What is it like an
Troy.
obvious thing when he's biting his cheek?
I didn't think so, but Troy said he does it for attention. Like, Troy says that Erock is the typical, like, oh, look at me, everything is so hard for me type of guy.
Now you want to give yourself some pain every once in a while.
Yeah?
I'll bite between my bicep and my shoulder.
Just
really
because-
hard.
Yeah, here he is.
Yes, Troy. I gotta go home.
Don't worry about it. We're having a good time.
I do like hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, let's hang out a little bit.
Cause see, I have no pressure. This is easy.
Exactly. We just chill here.
That's why I
on the
love
after
doing
show.
podcasts. I just sit there like I don't give a fuck.
You-
I don't
that-
have to worry about this shit.
After Opie and Anthony Live
I hate
is-
worrying about everything all the time.
It's pretty much a podcast.
Yeah. By the way, I hate. I'll go on record and say this too. Fucking hated yesterday's show.
You hated the show?
First show in a while, I fucking hated.
Why did you hate it?
I don't know.
Did you
Felt like nothing was working yesterday.
Well, I think
It
Is
happens.
that because Eric was not on the board?
Well, it didn't get better after that. Oh, no,
that's an
you were
insult
fine.
to
Well, listen, the Erock outburst was good radio.
I'm glad we came back today and had a good show.
The Travolta thing was good radio.
And you know what?
yesterday.
People said yesterday was a good show.
was a
I
good show.
personally didn't like it
'Cause it was
I don't know
weird.
why. I can't even put my finger on it.
It was a
just-
weird show
It was just
yesterday.
very strange and weird.
Well, you gave Club Soda Kenny the last hour of the show. It was
No,
weird.
Kenny stepped up. I talked to this, some of my people. I got people, and I told them, man, when Kenny forces himself on the air, that's his way of trying to save people.
He was
Kenny's all
trying-
about saving people,
He was trying to keep the show moving. I think.
right? And he realized that I was probably fucking suffering. And he's like, "Fuck that! I'm going in there, man.
'Cause Jim was tired.
I'm gonna fucking carry him out of that burning building." That's what that was all about. I didn't ask him to come on the air, but that's what he does.
Jim was tired. You were pissed, and so Kenny was like, "Well, I got to take the bull by the horns here."
Yeah, no one asked him. But that's when I also know that the show was struggling because he only does it every once in a while.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't in today. He knew we were fine.
Yeah, you were smoking today. Troy, you said Erock bites his cheeks just for attention.
Well, you had started off by saying that you thought he was going crazy.
I think he's going crazy, Opie. Do you think Erock's kind of losing his mind a little bit?
I'm a little worried.
He is, right?
A little worried.
But what justifies that statement? Like, what makes somebody crazy?
People go crazy.
Yeah, but
That's a
why?
real
But,
thing.
what's he doing that's going crazy?
He might be heading toward a nervous breakdown.
That's what I think too.
That doesn't mean you're
Do you
crazy.
feel like you're losing control there?
No, not yet.
You feel it? See, not
He
yet.
can feel
That
it.
means he's feeling something.
Yeah, you're not.
You got to get that. You got to
I'm fine.
fucking. I'm not going to yell at you anymore because I don't want to be responsible for that shit.
You gotta get your shit together, though, Erock. You're not fine. Wow. You gotta become a little more self-aware.
No, he's not going to do that.
Do you think Erock's self-aware?
No, no, not at all.
Opie,
This is my out.
do you think he's self-aware?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I can't really figure him out.
I don't think so.
Skynet?
No.
Huh?
Exactly, like Skynet.
No, he has,
You don't think he's self-aware, Troy?
not at all. No, I don't think he has any real idea of who he is as a human being.
Whoa, to that extent.
Yeah.
You heard that shit?
Yeah, you guys will have fun with this.
Samples.
I'll listen in the car.
And Roland's asking for cake samples?
Tomorrow, cake samples.
You don't think...
Aren't you on a diet?
Is the diet off?
You don't think he knows who
I
he is?
died in
I didn't know
Cleveland.
myself.
You don't think he knows who he is as a human being, Troy?
Well, I think he's completely disconnected of reality of. I mean, why do you think it's the vagaries? It's the, it's the, attention. It's like, you know what I'm talking about.
Eric?
That should be Eric's band name, The Vagaries.
The vagaries. Nagel and the vagaries.
That would rule.
Do you think you're totally unaware of who you are as a human being?
I don't believe so, no.
Do you think you're fully in touch with who you are as a human being?
I don't believe that either, no.
Okay. So maybe it's somewhere in the middle. I, too, think Troy's a little extreme with Eric having no idea who he is as a human being.
Well, Troy is the expert on all things Erock, so...
Do you...
Well,
wait,
defer to
Troy.
him.
I just somehow always get called into situations like
Who's
this.
And
more-
you always have an answer or
Yeah,
a theory or
and-
how
and-
everything I do is
and-
completely wrong.
And by all
cares about
means,
I think he stalks me.
when anything comes up about me, Eric, you have full right to give your opinion on what you think.
Troy.
And I appreciate that. I just don't care to.
Okay, well, then don't complain about it.
Who's more aware of Erock? Erock or you?
Probably me, but because I observe him and his little behavior
Observes me.
quarks are they're entertaining. Mm-hmm.
They don't seem entertaining because you always seem bothered and annoyed by
well, because
everything.
I'm the one. We're the ones that have to work with you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
So-
sit near you at
No,
all.
and it's fine. But there are times where it's like you do little things for attention,
And you tend to analyze.
and I analyze everything.
You're an analytical guy.
I analyze.
I'm an
everything.
analytical guy.
Yes.
Analytical knows analytical. That's what they say in the hood.
And this shit's funny on the air. So
Right.
I mean, if it was just if you were working at fucking like Starbucks, you'd just bullshit with your friends and be like, this guy's a fucking weirdo or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's on the air and it's funny. So people enjoy hearing this on the air.
Eric, do you think Troy knows you better than you?
I think he thinks he does, but I don't believe he does.
You don't. Yeah, he fully believes he does. I'm sure of that. But you don't think so?
No.
Do you think Troy knows you well, or he just has formed this idea of you?
No, I don't think Troy knows me well either. I think Troy goes based on quick observations, but not really exploring those observations. Like he'd see something and then just go, "Oh, he's that way. He does that thing."
He doesn't go past the surface.
Yeah.
You think that's what's going on,
Well,
Troy?
I
You're
just-
making snap judgments without really being analytical?
Well, I mean, I know what I see. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I don't. I wonder if Eric has an identity of his own.
Why do you say that?
Well, he likes to, there's certain things that he does that sort of mimic other people.
Huh.
And why are you smiling?
Because you told me this before, behind Eric's back. He has, Eric. That's why I'm
Friend.
smiling.
Friend right there.
Yeah, because he told me.
Well, I'm saying it to your face. I mean,
No, you're not. You're saying it now on the air. That's not
Yeah.
to my face.
Well,
That's
yeah,
now
I'm
it's
looking
whatever it's
at
in here
you.
is now bit.
well,
It's not honest conversation.
I feel like this isn't a bit. Like, I feel like a bit is like,
Yeah, we're just hanging and talking.
we're just kind of riffing.
We're riffing. Riffing. No,
For a
I think this,
conversation that was already had.
yeah, we're rehashing a little bit, but this is to bring the audience aboard. So you think that Erock adopts a lot of traits from other people?
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, I mean, he does a lot of stuff that, you can tell that he's a big fan of Opie. So he takes on a lot of,
Opieisms?
Opieisms.
Erock, do you think that, like, you see other people doing things that are perceived as cool, and you kind of jump on that bandwagon a little bit?
No, I'm not getting, I'm not on doing Instagram. I'm not going skateboarding and doing tattoos and all that other
Yeah,
stuff.
but that's
taking
the stuff
shots
I
at
do. You don't follow what I'm doing. You don't look at me like you do Opie.
No, but-
you don't look at me like you do Jim. So, but I wouldn't expect you to start skateboarding now.
Mm-hmm.
But
Do you think you borrow some of the traits from the people you look up to? That's not terribly...
That I don't know if I consciously do that. No.
Because it's not unusual, I guess. I mean, it's more normal for like
there's
kids
traits
to
I
do
have, from people in my family, but it wasn't like, hey, I like what that person does, I'm going to do that.
That
you
seems
just develop.
genetic, though. And
Yes and no, from being around people.
yeah. Like, what do you think he's taking from Opie? What do you think he's taking from Jim?
Well, I mean, a lot of the stuff that Erock does is like, there's a lot of stuff mimics what Opie does, like the Twitter names and
Erock Radio, Opie Radio,
right? When Opie started doing videos, he started doing videos. When Opie was like walking around with his flip cam doing crazy shit, he started doing that.
I was told you should try it, and I tried it, and it didn't go over well, so I stopped doing it.
Although you did have that intro that Coke Logic did for you.
It was awesome.
Or like, Jim is obsessed with celebrity photos and autographs. Eric's obsessed with celebrity photos and autographs.
I think he did borrow your little photo obsession from Jim, Erock.
Well, yeah, I can credit a lot of it to Jim from all the years of doing it with him.
It became your own hobby, and I think you did borrow that from Jim. I'm not saying you got pictures because you were with Jim. I'm saying you became obsessed with photos because you heard Jim talking about his photos.
I don't think because of him talking about it, being around him, I could attribute to that. But I used to do that at other radio stations I worked at too. Everybody that came in, I would get photos with.
Steve wants to contribute here on After Opie and Anthony Live. What's up, Steve?
Hey, man. Hey, I love your show there, Sam.
Thank you.
Hey, I think Erock has lost it, and I like Erock a lot, but I think he lost it when he's not doing the bits that he used to do.
What kind of bits?
The eating the shit that he was always eating and the crap that he always did on the show. He's not doing that, basically, anymore.
That's true.
He's back there on the board and doing that kind of stuff. And one other thing about Opie and Anthony,
Yeah, please.
I think they miss each other when the other one is not on the radio with them, and you can tell that happens.
You think so?
Oh, hell yeah. They click together when they're on the show. If Jim is gone, and it's just those two, I mean, they miss Jim when he's gone and stuff like that. So do I, but when they're together, you can tell they've been together for a long time.
They miss some of that chemistry.
Exactly. They mesh with each other.
All right. Thanks, Steve. Erock, do you think... I know you don't necessarily like doing all the stunts.
But, all right, let me just point out that I was never one, it's like, hey, I need to do a bit or a stunt or...
No, it's true.
That was more of a Pat Duffy. Pat was good at... It's like, hey, I want to do this, let's do this. But when something came up and said, you have to do it or who's going to do this, I stepped up and did it.
But do you miss doing them?
I don't miss some of the things I had to do.
But do you miss some of the attention that they brought? Because a lot of those stunts, at first it was like, I have to do something humiliating, but some positive attention came out of it. There goes Erock. Erock's a trooper. Erock's the man.
I don't miss it, but if something came up, I would probably, depending what it is, I would do it.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting there going, hey, I need to do something to get it back into
but
the limelight, so to speak, of the show.
He did bring up an interesting point. You haven't really found a niche outside of the stunts, have you? Am I missing something? Like an on-air niche. Like everybody's kind of got their thing. You know what I mean? Or at least to some extent.
Food.
Fat jokes is what. But like Troy does a good job of weaving in and out of niches. Like right now, I guess Troy's whole thing is that he fucks strippers or something like that. I don't know.
Fuck strippers.
It was like strippers is his thing right now. Before that, it was loving himself, and before that, it was conspiracies.
Music.
Music was you wanted music to be.
Well, no, I've come on the air and talked about music.
Yeah, but people don't really cling to you because of that. They cling to you because you talk about banging strippers and whatnot. Do you not like the fact that you don't have that sort of niche?
No, that doesn't bother me.
You're okay with
I'm not
that.
looking for a set thing on this program. When stuff comes up, I'll go with it or I'll do it. Depending on what they want to do. But I'm not looking to say, hey, this should be my thing all the time.
Yeah. Opie did re-edit the Mayo Challenge video for this year's Cinco de Mayo when we had Erock eat an entire jar of mayonnaise and he puked until his eyes bled, quite literally.
I lost all the white in my eyes.
Oh, did you put that up on the Facebook page?
Yeah, whenever he posted is when we put it up there. Facebook.com/Opie and Anthony.
It's
all one
also
word.
it's also on Opie Radio on YouTube. What's up, Sean? Sean, you're on After Opie and Anthony Live.
What's the word, Sam?
How you doing?
I've come to the conclusion
Yeah.
that Troy is a faggot.
You think so?
Yes.
And what makes you say
let me
that?
expand on that. I
Yeah.
used to hate Danny, and I love Danny now.
You do?
Troy, Danny's great.
Hmm.
Troy he's an attention-seeking whore.
Wow. Troy, what say you?
I don't know, for what? I mean, my name came up, so I come in the studio.
He's quick to talk shit about other people, and then when somebody turns around on him, he gets very defensive. So he can give it.
You just call me a faggot. I don't care.
Cannot take it.
You do get defensive.
Well, of course.
Right.
It's fun. But look at this fucking idiot just called me a faggot, and I'm like, I don't give a shit.
How come you don't give a shit?
Because he's a fucking idiot.
Oh.
Well,
Nobody cares about you, dude.
Defensive, and he starts talking shit as a way to take the heat off of him.
You don't like that. What would you have him do?
Stay off the fucking air.
Oh, okay, that's one. Have you thought about doing that, Troy, or you're probably not going to?
Well, I don't really just come barging in, but I mean, if somebody's talking about me, I'm going to come in and join in the conversation. I mean, my name is coming up, and when I don't come in, Opie will be like, "Where's Troy?" So,
yeah, I mean, I look. As far as I'm concerned, you should be coming in every time your name comes up.
Yeah.
And if people don't want to talk to you on the air, they'll just tell you to get the fuck out.
Exactly. And Opie's told me on numerous occasions, like, okay, cool, we're done. So I leave.
Yeah.
You know, I don't just come running into the studio.
No, that's true. What's this? Chuck in Chicago? What's up, Chuck?
Hey, I just been wanting to call since the replay yesterday. Yesterday's live read for Steven Singer.
Yeah.
Best live read of all time.
Oh, thank you. Why was that?
With who, kid? When you were telling
I forgot. I forgot about that. Yes, yesterday's live read. It was the first time Steven Singer has got N-words put into his live read. Thank you very much, Chuck. I completely forgot about that. The only thing I didn't forget about was Mother's Day. You know, Mother's Day is only a couple days away. Do you love your mom? Troy, do you love your mom? We better make sure she knows it. And make sure all of the mothers in your life know it. What's the perfect gift? Well, Steven Singer's famous gold dip roses are, of course. The hip-hop community loves them. We heard from DJ Who Kid yesterday. N-word and all. It's the perfect gift for your mom, your mother-in-law, unless you're Tom Papa, and, of course, the mother of your children. A real long-stem rose dipped in 24-karat pure gold. It's a gift that lasts forever, and it's only $69. Yes, only $69. Steven Singer's real long-stem roses come shipped in a beautiful gift box with your own personalized Mother's Day card. What a wonderful gift. Order today by 5 p.m. By 5 p.m., which means if you're listening to this on the replay, it's way too late. Order today by 5 p.m. and receive it in time for Mother's Day. Steven Singer has special colors available only for Mother's Day. Go to IHateStevenSinger.com. Order now and get free shipping in time for Mother's Day. You must order by 5 p.m. today. The perfect gift from the best jeweler in the country. Call 1-888-I-HATE-STEVEN-SINGER or go to IHateStevenSinger.com and order your Mother's Day rose. What a fantastic idea. That's Steven Singer.
Can I talk to you about something quick?
Of course you can, Troy.
There was a big controvery between Club Soda Kenny and I told him I was going to bring it up today.
What happened? I love this.
Well,
it happened, what, today?
Well, yes. So after we were wheeling him up and down the hallway in his chair.
Well, earlier today, I left the studio to use the restroom, and Kenny said, I'll go with you, as he does from time to time when I go to the bathroom, because, you know, he doesn't have that much going on, and he asked to be pushed down the hall in his chair, yes.
Yeah. So after that came back, I said to him, you know what, I really wish you'd bring back the mustache.
Kenny used to have a cop mustache, yes. And but this was way back. This was like in the K-Rock days. I mean, he must have shaved that 5 years ago.
Right. But he was, so we were talking about, I said, you know, you look more official with a mustache.
Well, he looks more like a police officer, for
right.
Sure.
He looks badass with a mustache.
I mean, I guess you could say that.
Yeah.
Sure.
So he said, no, I don't want, nobody likes it. And I said, why don't you put a poll up on Club Soda Kenny on Facebook? And it's overwhelming that people want him to bring back the mustache.
He actually put the poll up on his Facebook page.
Yes.
He loves that Facebook page.
Loves it.
And so it's people really want the Club Soda Kenny mustache to come back.
Yeah.
Did he post pictures?
No, but there are a bunch of pictures up on his Facebook about it.
And people can see what he looks like with a mustache?
Yeah.
It's a thin, it's very 80s, and
Yeah.
it's a little cop mustache. It would be paired well with a mullet. And at one point, I think it was.
It was. It was a curl because his hair's wavy.
Yeah.
There's a picture of him somewhere that I saw with a dark mustache, dark hair, and a mullet.
It was probably when he was touring with Dice or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would really suit Kenny's personality now.
Right.
If he came out rocking a mustache, that cop mustache again. Now, he'd have to put up with some shit on the air.
But really? I mean, because it was sort of his thing before.
Yeah, and he had to put up with shit because of it.
Really?
I think so.
Is that why he got rid of it?
Yeah, I mean, he said nobody liked it, so I would assume that Kenny did get rid of that mustache because you got tired of people making fun of him.
But now mustaches are cool again. So maybe he should get back in the swing of things.
It would be very hipster of him to grow that mustache back. Very hipster.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to talk about Erock. Alex in Houston, what's up?
Hi, I just want to say I've grown to love you all over the years, and, first time call. I just want to defend Troy, though, because I always used to think he was a faggot, too.
Yeah.
I hated Troy when I first heard him.
You did.
Now that I've learned that he just doesn't give a fuck about anything, and he's going to do him, you just go with it, and you learn to love Troy after all this time. I love Erock and Troy, so...
That's beautiful.
It's very kind of you.
That's beautiful. Thank you,
He's bringing
Alex.
everybody together.
And I want you to realize, Troy, that when I first started coming on the air, almost everybody hated me. And after however many years it's been, several years of working hard, I have regained about 5% of those people. So there is
hope.
A light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, that's
people
fine.
will sort of turn around to it. My favorite break. Where's Sal? Sal was supposed to have clips today.
He has. I mean, he was waiting for you guys to finish.
Oh, okay.
So he's coming in.
Because he said today, I don't know what to pull. I don't know what. And I said, Sal, I never want to hear that out of you.
Right.
No laziness. Did you get lazy or did you give me 2 clips?
No, I legitimately had it. I didn't want to interrupt,
Because you said earlier, you're like, I don't know what to pull today.
Yeah, no, I found something like my favorite thing from today, actually. So.
Okay, let me see what you pulled. And let me see if I'll play it. I might not play it every time, but the exercise is you pulling it. You know what I mean? I could go with that.
Yeah, do you want me to tell you about the first track, or?
What's the second one?
The second one is where Jim was talking about his technique of showing his asshole to the masseuse.
Perfect. I like this. Okay. Yeah. We're going to play that then. Well, of course, a lot of massage talk today with John Travolta. Tom Papa was in during it. And Jim, who knew? I guess we all knew. That we had a massage expert. Now, this whole John Travolta controversy is blowing up. Every day somebody new is coming out and saying, I'm a male masseuse. And John Travolta wanted me to touch his balls. Every day, another one comes up. Jim believes the masseuses? Masai?
Masseuse.
How do you pluralize that? Masseuses.
The masseuse is.
The masseur.
No.
The masseur. We'll call him the masseur. Jim believes the masseur because he says that the things they're crediting Travolta for saying are things that he said.
Right.
So he shared some of that with us when he was talking about his own massage parlor techniques.
Masseur number 2 is informed and believes, and upon such information and belief, states that while he was massaging near John Travolta's buttocks area, John Travolta, would open his legs and spread his butt cheeks open and had a full erection. And would maneuver in a way to try to force masseur number 2 to touch his anus around his anus.
He was fucking. That means I completely believe the masseur.
He was opening his own asshole?
I don't know if it was with his hands or just pushing back, because you can move the asshole, but I've done that move a million times.
Wait, how do you open up your asshole without
push it back.
using your hands?
Push it back and your cheeks open a little bit.
Really?
And you push your fucking rod back between your legs so the guy touches. I don't like doing that, though.
How do you know you have an erection when you're on your stomach?
You push it back between your legs so it's fucking poking back like a dog tail. I pulled that move.
See, I couldn't contribute. I've never actually gone to a massage parlor whatsoever, legitimate or not. Sal, have you ever had a professional massage done?
I am extremely ticklish. So like, even when I'm with like a chick or something like that, and like, you know, they're trying to like be nice and shit, I
Erock.
just giggle like a little fucking idiot.
Erock.
No, it's not. No.
Remember when we talked about rookie mistakes that Sal's been making?
Well, I mean, you look like the idiot trying to tickle me. So
who would?
Anybody.
Why?
I don't know. Just be silly.
Would it?
Yeah, I don't know.
So we'd look like idiots and you'd sound like an idiot. What do you think would come off as more humiliating on the radio?
I don't know. Well, we'll see, I guess, at some point.
Sal just admitted to us, Eric, that he is very ticklish. Do you know who the last person who did that was?
Roland.
Yeah. I don't laugh like
And
Roland
let
does,
me just tell you, that
We'll
was
find
done
out.
in 2006.
Yeah.
And we did it at the last live Cleveland event.
He literally had a bar, hundreds of people were tickling him as he walked through them in one of the most uncomfortable experiences of his life.
Yes, I remember hearing that.
So yeah, I mean, you just made a huge mistake.
Yeah.
You understand that?
Yeah.
It's one of those things. It just came out of your
Just
mouth.
came out and shouldn't have said it.
What else don't you like, Sal?
Yeah. What are some of the things that really bother you? Like what are some of the,
like things that people do?
like
or?
what makes you vomit?
Oh, I don't know. I don't puke.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
No, but
Erock, have you been to a professional massage parlor?
Nothing like the places that the gym frequents.
I mean, like, have you been to a legitimate massage place?
Yeah.
And you just get massage?
I actually haven't done that in a while. I used to, like, you go to the more upscale places to do that. And then we tried the couples massage, too.
Yeah.
And I just stopped doing it.
Why?
Well, I think we talked about this. I get the facials done instead of the massages.
Weird. Why would you get a facial?
It feels great.
Does it?
Oh, yeah.
Rejuvenating?
Oh, yes.
is this done by a... Nah, that won't even...
It's done by a girl.
Okay.
Has it ever been done by a man?
No, I don't think they had anybody at this place that was male.
You never had a guy give you a facial before?
No.
You've thought about it?
No.
You would?
No.
All right. And when you go to a massage at a professional place, do you ever try to make a move?
No.
Because I'm saying, even though you're with your wife or whatever, who knows? You make a move, all of a sudden this masseuse...
No, you can't fuck around in those places.
And you can't?
No.
Troy.
Yeah.
Jim was talking about moves that he makes in terms of opening his asshole and trying to get a finger in there and whatnot. You've done something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've gone to the shady places too, but
right. No, but I'm more thinking about. You told me this story in private, and since you were talking about what you said about Erock in private, I figured we'll talk about this.
Yeah.
You went to a legitimate massage parlor. I believe this was the one that was for your birthday that your then girlfriend did.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
That was the one where you were kind of...
No, that was a different one. That was the one that they handed me a towel to clean up, and I thought it meant I could just jerk off in it.
Oh. You thought that happens at regular massage parlors?
I didn't know. I was like, well, clean up what? Like, what am I going to clean up with this towel?
Until you jerked off in the towel.
Yeah, and I just folded it back up and left it on the bed.
Do you have a move for trying to get some hands more towards your asshole?
Yeah, I actually got a massage the other day. I went to a legit place, but it was with this different girl, and I think they see that if you're enjoying your glutes massage, they'll work on them a little bit more. And she was coming pretty close, so it's kind of like it starts sending like signals to you, like, what's she gonna do? And it's kind of like you get this nervous feeling, like, is she gonna swipe my bag? You know?
But you want her to.
Of course.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
What about the one where you were sliding around a little bit?
No. Well, I had just broke up with my girlfriend. I was really lonely. It was in the middle of the winter.
Okay.
And this girl was rubbing my ass, and I started trying to...
masseuse.
Yeah. And I started trying to, like, move my hips real quick so her finger would slide into my butt.
Okay. Well, that's not even like... So your goal there was to have her accidentally put her finger in your butt. And then be like, while I'm here, I might as well just leave my finger in there.
Well, I mean, it's just have her swipe it a little bit to be like, hey, look, this is kind of what I'm interested in, you know?
Yeah, I'm looking to massage the asshole and testicles.
Yeah. And then she flipped over because she was going to do my chest. And I had a full erection. And it was like peeking out of the towel.
Did she get her hand in your asshole?
No.
And how many times? What do you mean? You moved your hips so her hand
would swipe my, like, when she's coming down my cheek to kind of slide into my crack a little bit tighter.
Okay, so she's like moving down your back, say.
Yeah.
And then what are you going to do? Lunge forward a little bit so all of a sudden her hand is in your crack?
She's working my glute, so then if her hand is on my glute, I'll slide over so her fingertips will go a little bit more towards my crack.
And maybe swipe
it. So I figure, like, well, if you just swiped it, you might as well just go for it.
I understand.
And then I flipped over, had the full erection, and I was trying to get her to touch again.
And how were you were trying to get her to touch
Well,
what?
she was like massaging my thighs and stuff, and I was kind of like leaning towards.
With your erection?
Yeah.
So you have a full erection.
Yeah.
This chick is massaging your thighs, and you start pointing your erection towards her hands?
Towards her. So then she took my hand and put it on my penis.
So what, she grabbed you by the wrist?
She grabbed my wrist, put it on my penis. So I was like, okay, like that means I can just at least finish myself off, right? So I did, and then I was like, oh.
While she was still in the room?
Yeah, she was massaging me.
And this was a legit massage place?
Well, I mean, legit isn't the place. Like, if you live in New York City, you know these places are like, back and foot rub.
Right.
You know? So
Right.
it's not like a legitimate spa, but it's a pretty, they're not jerk-off joints.
Right.
But I made it one.
You were you were more looking for a jerk-off joint.
Yeah, and then she made me feel bad afterward.
Wait, okay, so you jerked off with her standing there.
Right.
Was she massaging you while you jerked off?
Yeah.
That's nice of her.
It was. It was really considerate because it was I obviously was wound up and I would like to have relaxed.
Did she say anything while you were jerking off?
No.
Okay, so you finished jerking. Where did you come?
You're talking into all of our headphones, by the way. So I all over myself and I cleaned it up with the towel.
Okay.
And then she grabs my arm, and she's like, "You act like a little boy. You're a little boy."
And then you jerked off again. You
no,
like that?
I felt bad. I was like, "Oh, I feel like a piece of shit." And it's like after you nut, you're like, "Oh, I feel stupid." It's like fucking like a fat chick. You're
what
like,
did I do all that for?
Yeah, it's like you fuck a fat chick, and you're like, beforehand you're like, "Yeah, whatever. This is gonna be great." And after you're done, you're like, oh, "Why did I do that?"
Well, why did you do that? That does seem like obviously.
Which one, jerk off at the place or fuck a fat chick?
Well, it's one thing to be like, oh, I'm kind of into this, I'm kind of into that, and it's another thing to just kind of move your pelvis toward her hand. Like, this is what I want you to touch.
Yeah, he's like intercepting her movement.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, it just felt like the right thing to do.
And in hindsight, was it?
I mean, it was fine. I got a nice massage. I was able to really relax.
And then at the end?
Well, then I felt bad.
She told you were a little kid.
Little boy. And then it's embarrassing walking out of there then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think she told all the other girls and they kind of snickered at you?
Well, yeah, they all look at me and kind of chuckle.
Yeah, because you're like a little boy.
Yeah.
And did you have to leave like an extra tip so you can like
I did.
not feel as bad?
I hooked it up.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, I'm a nice guy.
Yeah, you're like, hey, next time don't insult me. Also, I'm gonna jerk off next time.
Yeah, next time just roll with the punches.
Yeah. Well, listen.
Oh, can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
My newest mix is going to be on Electric Area at 11 and in like literally 10 minutes. So channel 52. Check out my newest DJ mix.
Okay, so if you're looking for DJ mix, check it out on channel 52. If you want some more hilarious talk radio, stay tuned because Ron and Fez are coming up next. We'll be back with more of this tomorrow. Goodbye.